patient care in conducting authorized business. They are not to be used for personal reasons. This includes the use of items such as office equipment, computers, software, office supplies, medical supplies, and vehicles, as well as other types of property such as patient information, company records, and cash. You are not to remove assets from Baptist Health property unless you need them to perform your job. Then they must be returned as soon as they are no longer needed for off-site business. You're expected to maintain and properly operate all Baptist Health assets. Baptist Health is committed to our value of stewardship by utilizing our financial resources as efficiently and effectively as possible. We must be prudent buyers of goods and services, always ensuring that we get the most value for our money and that we are not wasteful. You are responsible for protecting our assets and conserving our resources by making sure you do not waste or misuse them, and by reporting any inappropriate use by others. Baptist Health's assets are to be used only for providing patient care and conducting authorized business. Now you know. You know what ethical conduct means to you as a member of the Baptist Health family, that you are expected to always conduct yourself in an ethical manner. You know that you are expected to report known or suspected illegal, immoral, unethical, or non-compliant situations, and that your failure to report will result in disciplinary action. You know the various ways which you can report such situations. And you know that you can be confident that you will not be punished or retaliated against as a result of your good faith reporting, but that reporting situations which you know to be false will not be tolerated. Your compliance with our standards of conduct is a condition of your employment or other association with Baptist Health. Your failure to comply with these requirements will result in prompt, appropriate disciplinary action, including the possibility of termination. Now you know how strongly Baptist Health is committed to its values and what it means to conduct yourself ethically as a member of the Baptist Health team.
Okay, after all those videos, you should be experts in HIPAA and corporate compliance, right? Okay. What I'm going to do now is read a couple of scenarios to you, and then we're going to go over the acknowledgement form. This is part of your student record to make sure that if anything comes up when you're working with patients, we know that you've had the HIPAA and corporate compliance education. All right. So, scenario number 1. Contacted by the NLRPD, they had an admissions employee in custody. She was caught at a local Walmart. Why does everything happen at Walmart? Seems like everything happens at Walmart, right? Entering face sheets and demographic information on patients. Date of birth, name, social security number. She was obtaining temporary Discover credit cards for approximately $1,500. Okay? The compliance department audited her access, and of course she was accessing patients that she should not have been accessing. So what happened to her? The case was transferred to the U.S. Attorney's Office as an identity theft case, and the employee was convicted and served 3 years in prison. So the main thing here is only access patient information if you are actually taking care of that patient. All right? It's on a need-to-know basis, not a need-to-nosy basis. Okay? Because that'll get you in trouble. So only access the patient's information. I can't say it enough that you are caring for. All right. Scenario number 2, contacted by a patient that his ex-wife worked at one of our hospitals where he was recently a patient. Since that admission, the ex-wife had been driving by his house, stalkerish, making inappropriate phone calls, super stalkerish. He felt that she could only have obtained this information by accessing his records. Well, come to find out, she didn't access his records, but she had one of her friends that was an RN access his records. Huge no-no, right? So what happened here? As a result of the investigation, both nurses were terminated, and a security violation was reported to the Arkansas State Board of Nursing. Both nurses lost their license. First of all, that was a huge mistake. Second of all, you go through all of this school, right? All this blood 2 years to get your nursing license, and then you make a poor choice and get it all taken away, right? Just because you want to be nosy. Number three, the scenario number three is actually related to vendors and patients wanting to give gifts. We have wonderful employees about myself, and there are times where our patients want to give them gifts, all right? It's okay if we take flowers or candy, but if a patient wants to give you a gift card or if they want to give you cash, we cannot take that, okay? Just like they said in the video, if a patient is adamant or if a patient's family member is adamant that they want to give you a gift card or cash, they can donate to the foundation, all right? Our foundation does a lot of grants for our hospital, and they do a lot of volunteer work for our hospital. So if you do run into a situation like that, first talk to your supervisor, but just know that you are not supposed to take gifts, okay? So here's scenario number three. Contacted by an employee that an RN in one of our hospital OR departments was receiving gifts from a vendor. During the course of the investigation, information was provided that these gifts included lavish hunting trips, outdoor recreation, and cash. It was also determined that he collaborated with another employee to get items ordered that were not directly approved by the director of the OR or by the physician. At the advice of the council, this was referred to the FBI. The employee became a government witness, and the vendor was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. That's a big deal, 10 years in federal prison. Both employees lost their jobs. The RN lost his license and was excluded from the health board's provision. So again, I'm going to say it one more time. Only access patient information if you are actually taking care of that patient, okay? Do you have any questions for me? Any questions at all? Are you still awake? After 45 minutes of videos on HIPAA and corporate compliance, you look a little glazed over, but it's okay. At least you know what the process is. All right, so the acknowledgement form. You'll take a few minutes and read over that. Yes. Okay, I can get you one. Raise your hand if you do not have an acknowledgement form. Okay, she's going to pass those out to you. Can you guys hear me without the mic? Yeah. Because I like to walk around. I don't like standing behind a podium. All right, just take a few minutes and read over that, and then we'll take those up. After we take these up, I think about a 15-minute break would be great. Don't you guys think you need to get up and move around a little bit? All right. And if you would, once you get them complete, if you'll pass them to the middle of the room, and we'll get those picked up. Yes. Yes. Go ahead. Yes, the identification number is your student ID number. Schools, yeah. Just put the schools there.
Question.
Yes.
I'm sure if I had remembered right,
We won't know who you are.
Okay, let's take a quick break. If you guys will come back and be back in your seats. Hello. If you'll be back in your seats at 10:05, and then we'll get started with the best training. All right?
that's what it is.
I saw you starting to go that way, and so I started going that way.
Tell me 12 to 1. I'll be in my office.